game's kind of confusing.
Hey.
It doesn't really tell you like what you're meant to do. This is our house. Maybe down here, I guess. Oh, there it is. Found it. Cause I'm fucking Sherlock Holmes.
That wretch Goliath would murder us all. Mark my words. Destruction and trampled ground.
Oh shit. Oh god. Not what I expected.
Oof, a contortionist you were not. Disjointed vertebrae. Difficult to say if it was a way to start or finish him off. A belt from a dressing gown. Curious. A kneecap reduced to splinters.
Oh.
A missing pinky. Middle-aged. It's none other than Theodore Gilden.
Oh boy, Sherlock. Another death means another question.
And we shall answer the question. It's far too interesting to give it up to the police. A strong pull broke this leash.
Poke the elephant with this? Really? People are hopeless.
A pool of blood and saliva, possibly as a result of impact.
Sherlock, take a picture of the footprint. It's valuable evidence. This photograph can help us find the old article about the elephants. The front page was fascinating. It was hard to believe as a child.
True. We may need it in our investigation.
heaven. A sailor's knife, useful for cutting wet and thick ropes. It's seen a lot of use. The blade is worn from grinding. A coal gas tank, enough to pump up an airship. Fresh signs of impact. A rough landing led to an altercation with this shed.
You think it's murder? No, I don't think it's murder. I think he fucked with the elephant.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Maybe.
In a fit of rage, the elephant broke the chain and threw its victim on the ground with a fierce power. Escaping the scene, it pulled the body with it, but dropped it at the gate. At least some of this was witnessed by a third party who was hurled against the shed. The elephant can't have gone too far. I can still track it.
Well, suppose you find it. Then what? Push it all the way back to the manor?
Trying to see where the elephant would have went. And administration, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Trying to find this fucking elephant. Fancy, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks guys. I appreciate the hell of it. It's actually quite easy. I've lost it 6 times in a row. Well, it's easy for me, but because keeps going like in weird paths. How the fuck do I follow that? Yeah, I don't know. Don't ask me. What is this?
Strange. It was hung with care. The game has escaped us for now. We'll find a solution to the elephant problem later.
See, he lost the elephant. Wasn't just me.
Want to go for a swim?
I'll see what happens. Apparently no swimming in this game. Fucking hell. Okay. Guess that will probably get me in the house. Lost that elephant like 6 times. It's ridiculous. Hey, no problem, Lilith. I appreciate you. It is a real elephant. Yeah, I'll show you. Yeah, no worries, Raw. I appreciate you coming by and giving me a raid. Okay. Well, elephant was tied up here. This guy on the dead guy. Yeah, this guy decided to poke the elephant. Elephant killed him. Hit a guy back there and then ran all the way back to where I was. Hey, Hypo. I'm good, man. How are you? And you said, Rod, there's a bunch of hooligans, though. Be ready for wet socks. Yeah, I think my socks are pretty wet. Anyways, trying to. I think I can go inside now. Pretty close. I'm at 2.5 average viewers, and I just need 3 to get there. So pretty close. Just need to keep streaming, basically. Thanks for the follow, Hypo. Sansi, I'm not sure if I missed your follow, but thank you. Murder Cupcakes, thanks for the lurk, I appreciate it. Appreciate the love tonight.
You. Who are you?
Fucking
My
Sherlock
name
Holmes.
is Sherlock Holmes. Theodore Gilden was...
Did you kill him? Did you kill the elephant?
It's not in the yard anymore. It escaped into the forest.
You can't let it go. What if it returns?
I highly doubt that, Miss.
Imogen Gilden. Please,
Thanks,
I
Raw.
beg of you.
Appreciate the
Find
hell
that
out of you
dreadful
tonight.
beast that killed my father.
I
Sorry, I'm
suppose
kind of
you
losing my
need to
voice
learn
at the
what
moment
happened.
too, so.
Can you tell me what happened? From the very start.
I was here, so I didn't see how it began. My father visits the enclosure every morning to wake up Goliath. Today, I heard the elephant scream. I've never heard such a horrifying sound. My heart stopped. I knew something was wrong. I looked through my window and saw how it lifted my father up by his neck. I rushed downstairs. I saw it dragging my father as if he were a doll. I threw stones at it. It dropped my father's body and charged outside, screaming. Its roar was almost human. I was frightened, so I ran inside and hid here.
That is a terrifying experience, Miss Gilden. I'm sorry you had to go through it.
Thank you. Goliath must be caught, Mr. Holmes.
Well, thank you for the information, Miss Gilden. I did have some questions for your father. Perhaps you might help me with them?
I wasn't privy to much of my father's life, and it's very hard to think of anything at all with Goliath still loose. Please, Mr. Holmes.
Very well. Do you mind if I ask you more questions if I find anything that might help?
Anything to catch that monster.
I don't think I have evidence to.
Miss Gilden, I was on this island 10 years ago, and your father knew my mother. I believe I even had the opportunity to ride that balloon outside, but I do not recall seeing you.
I lived at my late mother's in Sheffield at the time. I'm in no spirit to reminisce right now. The elephant is out there.
You've never heard the name Violet Holmes before? Perhaps your father...
Please, Mr. Holmes. With that beast roaming free, I can't think of anything.
Very well. I have to leave you for now.
What are you doing? The pergola. Not sure if there's anything else to do here. I think I'm just meant to go look for the elephant again. Pretty sure.
Hog Heaven.
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do. Could go talk to her and see what I can do there.
Did you observe anyone else in the yard? Any of your servants?
Servants? Do you imagine that we would have any with Goliath? No one wishes to work in this house, even for double pay. I didn't see anyone else. Only my father and that diabolical beast.
Had Goliath been aggressive before?
It's dangerous, but it was never aggressive near my father. My father would do anything for Goliath. All the elephant had to do was clap its ears.
You envied him, the elephant, I mean?
Our house is called the House of Ivory. I've heard some people refer to me as the Ivory Girl, and my room stinks of the animal, as if it's me who lives in a pen and not Goliath. It's not envy, Mr. Holmes. It's just incredibly difficult to live like this.
I want to see if I can.
I can't think of anything else right now.
Who's a cute bird?
Why do I get the worst jobs?
Maybe there's something here I'm missing. Oh, there's something in the house. Sorry, I'm kind of slow. Wait a minute.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
No, sir. I don't know anything about that.
Sorry, I thought maybe he was injured by the elephant for a second.
She packed as much as she could carry. False idols? Oh, sounds utterly dreary.
She packed her bags because she's leaving. That makes sense.
The same dull poses on all romantic photographs. So idyllic. Enjoy your happily ever after before it stales.
Hey, Sherry, we need to talk.
Okay.
You found false idols. We need to find the remaining two.
What does bazooka even mean? Would this paper be good for anything but blowing one's nose on?
They're not rubbish, Sherry. There's something more. I'm serious.
Very well. I doubt it'll be worth it, but I will find them for you, John.
You'll thank me later. They're some of the most imaginative books I've ever read.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Speaking aloud helps me think.
One sec.
These bags of yours, it looks as if you've packed your entire room. Were you planning on going somewhere?
My partner and I, we wanted a change, a fresh start abroad.
Oh right, she's the
But now I
daughter.
have to stay here. Here, an orphan.
I found this. Who's this young lad
Oh, shit.
next to you, your faithful knight?
Paul, he's my pirate. He's not
Where's
really
Paul?
a pirate. I just call him that. It probably sounds very silly.
Your secret is safe in my hands. Does Paul work somewhere? What is his surname?
His name is Paul Perks. He and his yacht Whirlpool are the champions of the Salacia Yacht Club. He sails there. I'll show you where it is on the map if you need to meet him.
A yachting champion? Well, that will be a first. I prefer dry land. And so does my suit.
I think Paul was the guy that got injured when the elephant took off.
I have to leave you for now.
Let's go see what Paul's up to. Thanks, Kami. I appreciate it. Or Cami. Each time I see someone limping, I think it's the person that got injured from the elephant. Keep seeing him. Where am I?
Sit down.
Oh, that's not the right way. The hell is Paul? How do I get inside there?
Excuse me, just one question.
That's a question I can answer.
That helps. In his workshop. South. In here.
Bloodied bandages. Someone being hurt.
Where would a champion hide a key?
I don't know, Sherlock Holmes. Let's go.
A foghorn to navigate and warn others at sea.
It should have a warning to cover your ears.
Or would a key be?
A foghorn to navigate and warn others at sea. The Champion's Whirlpool. Pool's bread and butter.
I think I'm looking for a paint can. Okay.
I hope Paul is more skilled
I would
at
have never
yachting
found
than he
that.
is at hiding keys. Bloodied bandages.
What are
A
those?
box full of darts. Each
Oh.
has a needle and can be loaded with drugs.
Oh, Paul.
An expensive set of tools for woodwork. An amateur wouldn't know how to use these. Shipbuilding, shipwright's tricks, sail weaving. To earn big, you have to spend big. Old betting slips. Paul always bets on Whirlpool. One victory after another. Mr. Gilden wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty. Additional earnings to sweeten the victory. An interesting place for a message to a champion.
I don't know what to do.
We can become pirates and show them what should be stored in here.
Undeniably psychotropes. Not for toothache, I think. A typical tea tin. I wonder what he has for biscuits.
Oi! Hands off my possessions before you lose your fingers. Are you illiterate? The rules are written everywhere.
Ah, Mr. Perks, the cabin boy himself.
Champion, you mean? I was right. You are illiterate. I think a couple of shiners might teach you. One last chance. Who are you?
I am a friend of Theodore Gilden. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I need a few words from you about...
Get out of here. I'm not joking. Leave this place before you have cause to regret it. I will use force.
Did the police still throw people in prison for smuggling? Oh yes, with you helpless and handcuffed, I'd learn a few more secrets. We don't need to compete with our egos now, surely.
Oh no. I'd rather you tell me something more, so that I might have more reasons to punch you out.
So, a woman wishes to become a real criminal, and smuggling is a stepping stone towards that? Is there not enough prestige in yachting? Or is it easier to compete with other fools like yourself? Everyone has a starting pistol, just shoot and run.
Don't say a word. I don't know where you're getting half of this nonsense, but you're on some thin ice here that I'm willing to crack.
Damn you, Paul. I'm sick of... Who's this peacock? Does he know who I am?
I definitely know who you are not. You're not a dictionary reader, at least. I wanted to see how you... pals interact with each other in your natural habitat. But I'm afraid I have to interfere.
I'm coming for you.
Excuse me. Don't...
Dodge this! I'm coming for you.
Too simple. Don't cry.
The snuff's ready.
Don't bother moving.
Give him the pepper snuff. We can overcome the brute now.
I'll put you 6 feet under.
No more crime for you and...
The snuff's ready.
Don't cry, you'll live.
Give him the pepper snuff.
I'm coming.
Press the wrong button.
I couldn't miss the party. I'm coming for you.
Time to knock this.
Get ready for some pain.
No more crime for you until next month.
There we go.
Don't cry, you'll live.
The snuff's ready.
Okay, I think I...
And there's no reward for risking our lives.
Paul's explanation will suffice.
Hello.
Your fellow mariners have a strange way of showing hospitality.
They were not my friends.
Are you sure? I would rather risk my neck for someone who's at least honest and thankful.
Perhaps then don't enter someone's life and be so judgmental, pretending you're better than they are.
Then give me your perspective and allow me to see through your eyes. I tried to tell you before, but your partners interrupted. Have you heard the news? Theodore Gilden is dead. Do you have anything to say?
Well, what a shock. To me, he was an angry old ogre. Good riddance. Was it Goliath that killed him? Did it crush him? Break his bones? Come on, tell me. I want all the details.
You have an unusual way of showing grief. Imogen wouldn't appreciate that. But yes, the animal could have been involved.
It's poetic in a way, isn't it? It takes a beast to kill a monster. I wish I could have been that elephant.
What were you doing this morning, Miss Perks?
Don't call me that. I'm a champion. I was sailing.
The other club members told me that you missed the race this morning to stop me to practice.
You've talked with them already.
Talk to everyone.
Oh, I wasn't racing. I visited the doctor after that attack on me. And then I had to honor the deal with the bandits you just took care of.
You're asking for trouble with this smuggling business. You'd better leave it before they smuggle you out in a barrel.
Don't patronize me. I've only ever had trouble with law-abiding citizens like Gilden and you, never bandits. So ask me anything you want, and then get out of my sight.
You smuggle illicit psychotropes on your yacht. Not at the hospital, I'm sure.
Of course not. I've had to cut corners to earn some money. How might a person afford to pay for a yacht in an honest way? I don't know, although I'm smart. The buyers are my customers. Adults who are willing to pay for their pleasure, or weapons for jewels. Whatever they want me to deliver. Nothing criminal.
Well, it's your lucky day. I'm not here because of smuggling. Have you tasted this tea yourself?
I wouldn't have been a champion if I had used it. It's just a side business that keeps my career afloat. It's quite expensive to compete in yachting. Sometimes I cut corners.
Such as fixing Whirlpool yourself?
Exactly. And sometimes I just have to pay. That's how I earn money. I don't sell slaves or take the last mangear from a poor family.
Look what I found. A box full of darts.
Hey, that's mine.
I confiscated it. These darts appear to be filled with something. Poison? How powerful is it?
It's strychnine. Enough to instantly kill a small rodent. I haven't tried it on a human. Yet. I hope you know what you're doing.
Could it immobilize a larger animal, say, an elephant?
I've never tried, but I have wondered.
It seems as though Theodore Gilden hung a sword of Damocles over your life and career. Were these only words, or something more serious?
Check my forearm. Pulled muscles and bruises. Small cuts. Nothing that you could call serious.
I doubt that a man in his late 50s could wrestle you.
It wasn't him. He behaved like a rat and hired brutes. His boys tried to lock my hands behind my back, but I was faster and I escaped.
Was he so protective of his daughter, or was it your feminine secret that provoked him?
My guess is that he was protecting his property. As he saw it, he owned Imogen, and he treated her like a piece of furniture. He didn't want his daughter to be loved by anyone. What's more painful is that Theodore didn't allow me to love his daughter. Typical.
I'm not sure that your relationship with Imogen could be described as typical.
Are you afraid of a woman in trousers? Now that's typical of men. I don't know what you're suggesting.
Imogen doesn't strike me as an industrious young lady, so I find it strange that she was busy packing up all her belongings when Mr. Gilden died. That's some favorable wind in your sails, isn't it?
Is it so suspicious that a couple might embark on a trip? I wanted to thank her, So we plan to go
It
traveling.
is suspicious that
Theodore free place
you
without
died
elephants.
before
The
taking
timing
off.
of it is suspicious, however. Your lady friend becomes an orphan and heir, and there's a planned trip directly afterwards.
An improvised romantic dinner will never please a spoilt girl. A planned voyage might. It's not spur of the moment.
Does this knife seem familiar? I didn't find it in your competitor's back, to be clear.
This knife is as blunt as your humor. It's a bosun's knife, but it's not mine. I wouldn't be so careless as to mislay my tools.
So
I'm clueless.
not really sure what else to say.
What can you tell me about the elephant?
He's smarter than some people here, including his owner. Although I feel he could be dangerous, no matter how much he's fed.
Why is that? Have you ever seen Goliath attack anyone?
Well, not exactly. But I saw it, abusing some poor tree during one of its walks with Theodore. The expression on that old ninny's face was priceless. But it wasn't funny to look at. Believe me, it was frightening.
A charming picture. I've heard that champions do often pose with their trophies.
Cheeky. It is a lovely trophy, though. I'm sure you will agree.
What is it that you like most about her? Her naivety? Her father's money?
A somewhat difficult choice. Especially now that her father is out of the equation. Just be quick.
I'm starting to think the elephant may have just killed the dude without any mystery involved.